All right. How many listings did you get last year?
289.
That's a lot of listings. You got those yourself?
All by myself.
All right, introduce yourself and then tell us how you got them.
Sure. My name is Steve Rozenberg. I am the owner and co-founder of Empire Property Management, headquartered in Houston, Texas. And this is Kelly Williams. She is our head business developer of our 7 locations in Houston as well.
Awesome. All right, so how'd you do it?
Well, I can tell you, basically what we did is we tried to systemize and scale our process and procedure. So we actually came to you and wanted to have a funneling system of the phone calls going to your virtual assistants that are scripted, trained, do an amazing job. They get the call, they go into a system, and then the key to the secret sauce is that they actually are texting the clients, or the leads rather, to get a message. And these leads love the fact that within 10 minutes they are getting a contact from the BDM saying that I'm in a meeting, but I will get back to you as soon as I can. And thank you for the opportunity. And they love that, and that has increased our conversion rate just by that alone.
Right. Awesome. And so what happened to you when you weren't taking those calls yourself anymore, like as the first point of contact?
Well, my stress level went down quite a bit.
Yeah.
I had a lot more time. And people also were a lot more receptive when I did get to speak with them, because a lot of times I wasn't able to get to the calls all the time when the phone rang, or get back to them when the constant, all the inbounds were coming just to my phone. So now that we have them funneled that way, and then also being responded to with the texts, as Steve said, it's changed things dramatically, and that's why I'm able to close as many doors, because I have a lot more time now to actually be meeting with the clients in person.
So if you were going to talk with someone and say, here's my number one tip to you on how to grow your doors, what would it be?
For me, I would say it's streamlining and systemizing a process that can be leveraged out. So, for example, after that person gets a text message, sometimes she may be in meetings all day long. Mm-hmm. That's the goal, right? Yeah. We know she makes money closing doors. We want her in front of people closing doors. So what we've done a step further is using a virtual assistant to actually make the call to that person, getting more information, loading it into the profile, and actually setting the appointment on her calendar the next day or 2 days. So she just looks at her calendar and says, I've got 4 appointments tomorrow, and she's never even talked to them.
Yeah, that's efficiency, isn't it?
It works great, because I want her selling and closing doors. I don't necessarily want her screening and prospecting and doing that kind of thing.
And you know what's funny is so many people call a business and they don't get results.
Yes.
They get a voicemail, or they get a busy person, or they get, and so when they call and they get a friendly, cheerful, happy person that's Johnny on the spot, live, answers on a,
Absolutely.
Yeah, because we put your calls on priority when they come in on our call center.
Right.
So, should we answer leasing calls or property management lead calls as a priority,
Right.
And so you guys go to the head of the queue, which means, you're getting that type of service level, and the customer knows that.
Yeah, and I got to say, what's great with what you guys do is we actually get a weekly KPI of how many people called, how many were answered, and we match that with our CRM profile, and the numbers match. So that's proof that it is working, because we're seeing the calls coming in. If the calls were coming in and nothing was happening, then we'd say, hey, we have a problem. But
so if you're doing KPIs, do you mind me asking, what percentage of leads do you convert?
Well, what did you do?
The past 5 months, it was 89%.
That's outrageous.
89%, yeah.
Good for you. That says you're doing everything right. I mean, seriously.
And I don't think it's that we do one thing right. I think it's that we're consistent, doing a lot of things all the time the same way. Yeah. And we team with people like you guys. Great. We use the leverage of virtual assistants. We use you guys for our videos of our SEO. That's amazing, because most of the time when she talks to people, how did you find us? I saw a video, or I saw you online, and you're up on the pins.
And so that's interesting, because when you guys started using our video tour service, I remember this, it was a year ago, and you're in Houston, and you're like, we want a pin on the map in Houston, and you were nowhere.
We were on page 50, I think.
You were out.
Yeah, we were out there.
And I said, here's my promise, and this is a promise for any property manager. Okay? If you shoot video tours, that is SEO supercharged, turbocharged SEO, search engine optimization. Your pin in the Houston map, because I think you have the B or C pin right now, right?
Yes,
you're like
correct. We're right there.
Third. You're like, and so that's like the best free advertising you can get.
Absolutely.
Right? And I told you got to shoot videos. It gets you up there.
Yep.
Because what you're doing with videos, let me explain how that works, all right? Google owns YouTube, and the two of them are connected. And when you hired us, we got all your Google Plus page and your YouTube channel lined up with your website. And every video tour you shoot is geotagged around the Houston area, meaning that YouTube knows the address that the video was shot at because we put that in, we've entered it, all right? And so it's also SEO keyword optimized, and people are watching your video walkthrough tours by an average rate of 100 views per video tour. And they watch them, usually to completion.
Right.
And all of that combines to say you're producing content that people like. It gives you authority, it gives you social proof, and that's why you have the B or the second pin in the map, and that's why you're probably headed to first. The only problem is another one of our customers.
Is the customer? Yes.
So
but
I don't know what to tell you.
And I will say, we do a lot of I do a lot of video blogs that you also SEO as well. Me talking on a 2-3 minute educational topic that gets out there, that gets marinated.
Yeah.
But to your credit, I will say that when we first talked to you and knowing you as a friend as well, and you told us, hey, I can get you on there in a certain amount of time, and I thought, boy, I know Todd. Yeah, that's a bold statement because obviously, as you know, you talk to a lot of other companies and they promise you the moon, and it doesn't happen, and there's always a reason, and you're like, okay, well, you tell us what to do, and we will do it, and we will do it times 10, and we will grind it out every day, and we did exactly what you said, and I will say it worked.
Yeah, and the pin in the map, I think, is the best lead you can get because underneath your pin is your star rating. How many reviews do you have?
Yeah, well, we are approaching 300 reviews.
And what's your rating?
4.8.
So, you got this like billboard ad on the main page of Google saying, here's where we are, right? And here's our rating with this many reviews. You're crushing it. You're doing what we taught you to do.
Absolutely.
And I just got to give a disclaimer. Before I made that promise, I went on to Houston Market and I looked at how many people were doing what we teach.
Right.
And I said, there's still room for you in those top 3.
Yeah.
And I said, it's going to take time and effort on your part. And so I'm glad it paid off for you.
Yeah, it worked, and I appreciate it because it's definitely, we're seeing the results. I mean, the proof is in the pudding. I mean, you're either on the pin or you're not.
Yeah.
And we are on the pin, and thanks to you, we've been able to elevate our business and our profile to be the people that they go to, that look at, to see the reviews, to see the video tours, to see all that. And it's kind of like the wheel of momentum is just spinning more and more now, and it's a great feeling.
Awesome. Well, thank you for sharing with us. And how many are you going to get this year?
400.
400 new doors.
But now we have 7 BDMs.
That's not including them.
That's right. That's right. That's
I'm looking forward to talking to you guys in a year.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks.